Welcome to the video. This is City to Bay 2024 Adelaide, Australia. Goes from Adelaide City Festival Centre down to the Glenelg. And we're going to do some slow-mo here. We're going to not so much critique form, but just observe form and sort of see. This is the front end of the race. Obviously, there's probably 10 or 20,000 people behind these guys and girls out there running today. And this is on South Terrace. So we're going to just jump between. I'm on the bicycle here. You can see me in the shadow there, holding the GoPro. And we're just going to jump through the groups and catch up to the front runners eventually. Shoes, very, very popular. There's the Meta Speeds, the Alpha Fly, Vapor Fly. There's definitely the Super Shoe, carbon plate shoes. I would say probably 90% of runners in the top 1,000 were wearing them. Amazing. Some very fast conditions today, quite cool temperature, probably at 5 degrees Celsius, like perfect temperatures for running fast. And this is the female runners here starting to go in there. Yeah, it's great to watch all the different shoes and different techniques. Look at the gap. Look at that. So I mean, this is amazing watching this. How there's such big gaps already, and this is about 1 mile in. We're about just over a mile in now. Another group there. It is amazing slow mo there. So your Asics and Nike. So I'd say Nike definitely have the market. Look at this gap here. Look at this gap, and I'm zooming along on this bicycle here. Zooming along to bridge the gap there, and this. So with slow mo, here we go. Boom. You see the Asics. There's a couple of Hokas, not many, but mostly Asics and Nike. And another big gap. Isn't it incredible? The differences in speed, even at the pointy end of the races here. She's quite a tall girl for a runner. And all different types of body shapes as well. We got, the smaller crew, you got the taller crew, you got very lean crew, you got not so lean crew, but all the front. This guy here, man, what a legend is. I'll call him Ginger Mullet Runner, and he has, he's obviously got some immense talent, but his outfit of the day, he could probably save 600 grams off his outfit for sure. So you want to have a minimalist approach to your attire. So that girl at the back there, it's very, very aero, very streamlined. And you see the singlets flapping in the wind. I'm not a fan of if you're a slow runner like me, singlets are okay, but if you're fast, that singlet's going to be acting like a bit of a parachute. Okay, so I'm going to be acting like a bit of a parachute. So I definitely would ditch the singlets. And look at that! Look at all that flapping in the wind. That's what it is slow mo. That's that wattage. That's just resistance, air resistance. You know, air resistance. So I think the tights and the guy on the right there, that's a good idea. More aero, but the flappy singlet and a hat is just scooping up that wind and just acting like a mini parachute. And often these races are decided by half a second or a second, as today was. The aerodynamics definitely plays a role if you are running, faster than 4 minute K pace. You can see here, you've got some aeroness in the singlets, some flappiness, some tight singlets, tight shorts, aero. And look at these gaps. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? Look at another gap there. So I'm probably doing about, 40, 35k an hour to close these little gaps here. And you can see guys, yep, splitting up already. Another group here. So you can see the wind really is, affecting the clothing resistance today. But otherwise, really good temperature. Perfect temperature. I'd be running no shirt personally. For maximum PRs, no shirt. Because you can run no shirt in City Bay, it's not a problem. But again, a lot of runners are quite traditional. They just follow the trend. They follow what the traditions, and I get that. I get that, but not. I don't recommend doing that at a sacrifice of your performances. Okay. And now look, there's another big gap here. Another big gap. Amazing. I find this all very, very interesting. This guy here was great form. Heels kicking up. Look at that. Textbook form. But again, well, Rainbow Lorikeet almost took me out. Form is very different. I mean, you see some gun Kenyans, and you look at their form and you think, yeah, it's pretty average, but they're doing like 204 marathons and stuff. So form is very individual. All right, this is some slow. This is the front group. This is the front of the race. We have 7 runners here. We have last year's winner, Jack Rayner, who actually met in the supermarket the day before. He came up and said, "Hey, Harley, doing right? I've been watching your videos. We had a chat for 10 or 20 minutes and blah blah blah. It was good. Yeah, so Jack was reigning champion, and see the blonde mullet in front. That is, I think his name's Isaac. He ended up winning, just pipping Jack in the sprint. Um, very great race to watch. And this guy out here in the front is, I saw this dude and I was like, man, this guy is fucking going for it, man. Look at that glorious mullet. You know what I mean? Look at that. This dude is fucking running with heart, man. He's like, he's just come from a rock and roll band group or something. And I thought this dude's out there, he's been drinking all night. He's going to come out and do a run down the bay. But he was absolutely pegging it, man. Look at that. Look at that dude's out the front. He's almost catching the pace car. He's like, hey, give us a lift, mate. Give us a lift. Look at that gap, you know. Crazy. Amazing. And he finished, I think he finished third or fourth or fifth or something. He finished up there. So that dude definitely. These guys in the front here were running with some serious heart. You could hear the breathing, you could hear the huffing and the puffing, and you could see the. Look at the. I mean, look at the strain, and we're already just a couple of k's in. Look at the strain. These guys are just striding it, man. Striding it, and look at the difference in clothing. You can see the resistance, can't you? Just this extra few watts. We measure running efficiency in wattage, and you can just see that drafting today would definitely give you a bit of an edge. And so the guy in the front there, the blonde mullet, he's probably the most aero, isn't he? Look, his clothing isn't catching the wind so much, and yeah, very effective attire. We'll do more of this. I've got heaps more footage. Stay tuned.